Hello students, welcome to Infinity IAS Academy. I am Sagar Sharma and I welcome you all from Delhi. So today we'll be discussing about the important species that were in news, and this video is the continuation of the series which we started. So the important species that we'll be discussing today is the Himalayan Zero. It is a mammal and it was in news because it has been sighted in the two states for the very first time. It has been sighted in the state of Assam and also in the state of Himachal Pradesh. And what makes this species very different is that it is considered as a cross between a goat, a cow, a donkey and a pig. So this zero, as I mentioned, it has been spotted for the very first time in the state of Assam and also in the state of Himachal Pradesh. And if we consider the context of the state of Assam, there was also a famous duck that is known as the Mandarin duck, which has been spotted in the state of Assam. So remember the name of the duck, that is the Mandarin duck. And moving ahead further, we were to discuss about the Himalayan Zero. Now this animal, that is this mammal, it is the state animal of the state of Mizoram, and also it is known as Thar. And there are various kind of zeros, and all these zeros are found in the continent of Asia. And this zero, as it has been also spotted in the state of Himachal Pradesh. Now what makes this quite different is that it has been spotted in the Spiti Valley, and this zero is normally found at the height of 2000 to 4000 meter, and in Spiti Valley it is located at more than 4000 meter. So this makes it quite puzzling. That is, the spotting of this mammal at this height makes it quite puzzling. And as I mentioned that it is the state animal of Mizoram, and the height that at which the mammal is found is also mentioned. It is found at the height of 2000 to 4000 meter. I am repeating this once again. Now this mammal, it is a herbivorous, that it feeds on plants, and it is also listed in the Appendix 1 of the CITES, that is the Convention of International Trade in Endangered Species, also known as the Washington Convention. Now by placing this species in Appendix 1, now the highest protection is accorded to this species. Along with that, it is also listed in the Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act, which was passed in the year 1972. Now nationally also it has been accorded the highest protection. Now as I mentioned that it was found in the Himachal Pradesh, the state of Himachal Pradesh, in the Hurling village. Now one point that I need to mention, and I would like to mention this, that this species, that is the zero, it is listed as vulnerable in the IUCN Red List of the species. Now moving ahead further, the zero, it has been spotted for the very first time in the state of Himachal Pradesh. Now in the state of Himachal Pradesh, and specifically if we talk about the Himalayas, now these zeros, they are found in all parts of Himalayas barring the Trans-Himalayan region. So they are found in the eastern part, western and the central part, but not in the Trans-Himalayan region. So students, what you need to do, you need to mention about the different ranges which make up the Trans-Himalayan region. You need to mention in the comments. And the sanctuary, that is the Rupi Bhava Wildlife Sanctuary, the Himalayan Zero has been spotted in this sanctuary. Now the other species that we'll be discussing today is the Loin-Tailed Macaw. It is found in the Western Ghats, and it is found, the habitat is spread over the 3 different states, and the states are Kerala, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Now this species, as I mentioned, that it is spread over the 3 states, so it has a large habitat, and it has a mane, means it has a white collar type. If you look at the species, you can see that it is a mane. Now this species is diurnal, that it is active during the day, and it is found in the tropical evergreen forest, and it occupies the higher reach of the forest. And also this species, that is the Loin-Tailed Macaw, it is also known as Wanderu, that is the nickname, or you can call it as the other name of the species. And it is a old world monkey. It is found in the Western Ghats or the southern India. Now moving ahead further, about the Loin-Tailed Macaw, the primary the primary habitat and the national park or the wildlife sanctuary where this species is found is the Kudermukh National Park, which is located in the state of Karnataka. Periyar National Park, and Periyar National Park we have discussed in the previous video. So Periyar National Park, it is located in the Kerala. Silent Valley National Park, also it is located in Kerala. So now this Loin-Tailed Macaw, it is facing some threat. Now this Loin-Tailed Macaw, it is quite shy in nature and it doesn't interact with the humans, as there are other macaw species which are known to interact with the humans, but they are shy in nature and they are fruit eating macaws, that is they feed on fruits. Now as the human impact and the human footprint is increasing, now these macaws, they face a threat of destruction, means as their habitat is being destroyed, so they face the threat of destruction also. And also the other threat that they are facing, that they are being hunted as pets. Now as I mentioned earlier, that they have a grey or a silver mane, and both the sexes, that is the male and the female, they have these mane around their neck, and their face, it is hairless and it is black. Now these are some features of the species which will help you to recognize the species. Now moving ahead further about the other points and the part of the species that we need to discuss is that it is listed in the IUCN Red List species as a endangered category, and also it is listed in the Appendix 1 of the CITES, that is the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, and also it is listed in Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act, that is the act which was passed by the government of India in the year 1972. So it is accorded highest protection both internationally and nationally. Now as I mentioned that they are shy fruit eating primates and they are known as loin-tailed macaw because of their tails which resemble a loin. So if a question comes that why they are known as loin-tailed macaw, if the examiner, if they want to test the student, they can frame a statement by picking up this fact. So you need to remember this fact. And they also have unique cheek pouches where they are able to store their food. So students, this were all about the two species that we discussed today. So we have discussed about the Himalayan Zero, which has been cited for the very first time in the two states, that is Assam and Himachal Pradesh, and also about the Loin-Tailed Macaw. So that was all from our side. For more regular updates and video, you can subscribe to our channel, that is Infinity IAS Academy on YouTube. Thank you.